Hello, we are Group 1 and now we would like to talk about our topic. It's about the impact of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine on the world economy in general and Vietnam's economy in particular. First of all, I will introduce about our group member. Our group has six members. First is the Lê Thị Hiền Ngân, she is our group leader. Next is the Ngô Hoàng Gia Bảo, Phùng Gia Bảo, Nguyễn Trung Bảo, Phạm Gia Bảo, and Ngô Hoàng Nam Anh. Russia-Ukraine conflict started on 24 February 2022, during Russian President Vladimir Putin's announcement of a special military operation on the Ukraine. In his arrest, Putin exposed Iran's view, challenged Ukraine's right to statehood, and falsely claimed that Ukraine was governed by neo-Nazis who persecuted the ethnic Russian minority. The conflict between Russia annexation of the Crimea Peninsula, control of Ukraine military and civilian activities in the Black Sea, and the US and its allies designed to support Ukraine in retaking the peninsula, pushing Russian Black Sea fleet out of the Black Sea. Moreover, the conflict between Russia and the US and its NATO allies. Specifically, Russia wants to regain an important position on the international stage, rise to the level of a global power, and make the world change its view of Russia's new international position after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, the US and NATO want to bring Ukraine into their sphere of control, and the westernization of Ukraine will help promote the color revolution happening within Russia itself, contributing to the decline of Ukraine. About the international sense, limiting price and banning imports of Russian oil products are also part of the G7 agreement. Previously, on 5 December 2023, the European Union and the Group of Seven jointly set a ceiling of $60 per barrel for Russian crude oil. In addition, Western companies are also prohibited from providing financing, insurance, trading, brokerage, or transportation for Russian crude oil and petroleum products, unless these products are purchased at an upper limit or lower than the prescribed price, and the overall three types of sanctions were imposed. The first, the ban on provision of technology for oil and gas exploration. The second is the ban on provision of credits to Russian oil companies and state banks. And the last, the travel restriction on the influential Russian citizens close to the President Putin and involved in the annexation of Crimea. About the international sanctions, the US President Joe Biden has issued a ban on imports of Russian petroleum products, liquefied natural gas (LNG), and coal products since March. The EU will stop the importing most Russian crude oil from December this year and will stop importing refined oil products 2 months later. The EU restrictions on Russian refined oil products will take effect on the 5th February, setting a price limit of 100 per barrel for Russian diesel, aircraft fuel, and gasoline, and a ceiling of 45 per barrel for other petroleum products whose trading prices are lower than the price of crude oil. For example, fuel used in the industry.
Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries (OPEC) is an organization enabling the cooperation of leading oil-producing countries in order to collectively influence the global market and maximize profit. OPEC Plus decided to cut crude oil production by 100,000 barrels per day, 0.1% of world oil demand in October. According to OPEC Plus, this decision is aimed at supporting the decline in oil prices due to concerns that the world economic downturn will reduce demand for black. Andy Liebau, president of oil consulting firm Liebau Oil Associates, USA said this is a message that OPEC will go its own way and they are ready to take actions to keep oil prices high. Moscow has also cut gas supplies too, and the region is facing the risk of another terrible gas price hike as winter approaches. The answer from OPEC will likely be a cold water for European countries that are still struggling to get rid of their dependence on energy supplies from Russia. War oil demand growth and supplies before war. War oil demand growth in 2021 is unchanged from last month's assessment at 5.7 million barrels per day to average 96.6 million barrels per day. An upward revision in 4Q21 amid better than anticipated transportation fuel consumption in the OECD was offset by a downward revision in 3Q21 given the latest actual data. Oil demand growth in the OECD is estimated to have averaged 2.5 million barrels per day, and in the non-OECD region, oil demand growth is estimated at 3.1 million barrels per day for the year. In 2022, the forecast for world oil demand growth also remains unchanged at 4.2 million barrels per day, with total global consumption at 100.8 million barrels per day. In the OECD, oil demand is forecast to grow by 1.8 million barrels per day, while in the non-OECD, oil demand is projected to increase by 2.3 million barrels per day. While the impact of the Omicron variant is projected to be mild and short-lived, uncertainties remain regarding new variants and renewed mobility restrictions amid an otherwise steady global economic recovery. About the supplies before war, non-OPEC liquid supply growth in 2021 remained unchanged at around 0.7 million barrels per day year-over-year to average 63.6 million barrels per day. Upward revisions in the US and Kazakhstan was offset by a downward adjustment to Brazil, Canada, Ecuador, and Norway. The 2021 oil supply estimate primarily sees growth in Canada, Russia, China, the US, Guyana, Norway, Argentina, and Canada, while output is expected to have declined in the UK, Brazil, Colombia, and Indonesia. Similarly, the non-OPEC supply growth forecast for 2022 is also unchanged at around 3.0 million barrels per day to average 66.7 million barrels per day. The main drivers of the liquid supply growth are expected to be the US and Russia, followed by Brazil, Canada, Kazakhstan, Norway, and Guyana. OPEC NGLs are forecast to grow by 0.1 million barrels per day both in 2021 and 2022 to average 5.1 million barrels per day and 5.3 million barrels per day, respectively. In December, OPEC crude oil production increased by 0.2 million barrels per day month-over-month to average 27.9 million barrels per day, according to available secondary sources.
So I will continue with the day after the war and the uncertainty about the tanker market impact. Uncertainty related to the conflict in Eastern Europe have affected trade pattern and tanker market. Aframax and Suezmax rate demand vessels used to transport Black Sea flow have been particularly affected. A freeport freight rate around the Mediterranean are up more than 70% in March from January level. Both Suezmax rate in the Atlantic Basin are some 50% higher over the same period. And about the economic impact, to counter sanctions, Russia cut oil output and change the balance of supply and demand, and cause rise to rise, especially in the EU. And European natural gas price surged by almost 70% affect the invasion of Ukraine, and global oil price just about $105 for the first time since 2049. Some countries such as the Czech Republic and Latvia rely on gas for 100% of their energy supply. And the main point is about the Vietnam economic impact. The conflict has put Vietnam inflation under real pursuit. Higher oil have led to an rise in gas, oil line, rise, and that is the highest since two- 2005. And domestic gun price have ascended about 70 million Vietnam đồng per case. Tail and facilier price are also in rise. Production cost and people living cost will be really interesting. And the visual society incident in the Ho Chi Minh City, uh, you can see that is a problem in that time of the citizen in Ho Chi Minh. We have the challenge and risk. So the first is the complete and resulting section have impacted work economic in Low Vietnam, and the direct impact on Vietnam economic may not be significant in the short run, but there are rare risks and challenges ahead. Vietnam economic trade and investment relations with Russia and Ukraine are relatively small in total. So, and that is the end of my presentation. Thanks for your watching.